to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please call the roll.
Councilmember Erby?
Here.
Second council district seat is vacant. Councilmember Wassinger? Councilmember O'Meara?
Here.
Councilmember Dolan?
Here.
Councilmember Stanger?
Here.
Councilmember Quinn.
Here.
Madam Chair, we have a quorum.
Thank you. Approval of the journal.
I move for approval of the journal of the meeting of July 22nd, 2014. Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. The journal is approved. We have no bid openings this evening, so we'll move to communications.
Madam Chair, there are no tax compromises this evening, so under zoning matters, item number 1, 7th District.
Receive and file, same motion for item number 2.
So ordered.
Item number 3, 6th District.
Receive and file.
So ordered.
Moving on to road and bridge matters. Oh, there are no road and bridge matters this evening, so we'll move on to other communications. Item number 1, 7th District.
Receive and file.
So ordered.
Item number 2, 7th District.
Receive, file, and agreement be approved as recommended.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Item number 3, 6th District.
Receive, file, and the county council be directed to prepare the appropriate legislation.
So ordered.
Item number 4, 3rd District.
Same motion.
So ordered.
Item number 5.
Receive, file, and the county council be directed to prepare the appropriate legislation. Same motion through item number 7, and that will be the order.
Item number 8, 5th District.
Chief, file, and county council be directed to prepare the appropriate legislation. A copy of this report be sent to the city of Richmond Heights.
So ordered.
Item number 9, 5th District.
Receive, file, and the county council be directed to prepare the appropriate legislation, and a copy of this report be sent to the city of Glendale.
So ordered.
Item number 10, all districts.
Receive and file, same motion for item number 11, and that will be the order.
Item number 12.
Receive, file, and the county council be directed to prepare the appropriate legislation, and that will be the order.
Item number 13, 5th District.
Hold on the order of business.
So ordered.
Item number 14, 6th District.
Receive, file, and temporary expansion of premises be approved as requested.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Item number 15, 4th District.
Receive and file.
So ordered.
Item number 16, 4th District.
Receive, file, and the county councilor be directed to prepare the appropriate legislation.
So ordered. We don't have any add-ons.
No, ma'am.
County executive, do we have any reports?
Madam Chair, no report.
There are no reports of special committees this evening, so we'll move to the public forum. We have 4 speakers. Our first speaker is Donna Seidel. You have 3 minutes to speak. Jen will alert you when your time is up, and we ask you to wrap up your comments. Yes, thank you.
Good evening. As you all know, we're 1 week away from the primaries, and I would like to once again ask Mr. Dooley and Mr. Stanger to state their position on the resolution proposed by Clean Land, Air, and Water, also known as CLAW. Resolution is in collaboration with the Sierra Club. While the members of South County CLAW are elated at Ameren's recent decision to retire the sorely outdated Merrimack plant and abandon the plan for coal ash landfill at the same site, we believe that 8 years is not soon enough to liberate the community from this major source of pollution. I'm sure the South County residents would like to know which one of you will take the lead in calling upon Ameren for an earlier retirement and their plans for removal and cleanup of the existing lined and unlined ash ponds at the Merrimack plant. Allowing Ameren to leave behind ash pits in a floodplain is inviting the same disaster that befell North Carolina earlier this year. Mr. Dooley and Mr. Stanger, I'm sure many people are still undecided as to which of you will be the best representation of health and well-being in our community. A public request to Ameren asking them to move towards clean and renewable energy would clarify this for voters. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next speaker is Martin Payan.
Thank you. I may be honest, so forgive me. Madam Chairman, Council members and County Executive, I've known Mr. Dooley since he was my county councilman, and we've had our disagreements. I particularly recall a meeting in Councilman Dooley's office as president of Missouri GASP. I asked him to support smoke-free air legislation, and when I said it should also make county government centre entrances smoke-free, he expressed disbelief at the idea. It wasn't until years later, and he became county executive and warmed to the idea of smoke-free air legislation, that our relationship changed for the better. Mr. Dooley has become a strong supporter of smoke-free air, and that has motivated me to support his re-election. I was dismayed when Councilman Stenger significantly weakened the ultimately successful effort by former County Councilwoman Barbara Fraser to enact a smoke-free air ordinance via initiative petition in November 2009. Councilman Stenger insisted on 2 amendments, the first permitting smoking in standalone bars, the second allowing Lambert Airport smoking rooms to continue operating. This was in response to lobbying by both bar owners and the airport, but was ill-advised. Bar employees as well as patrons deserve the same smoke-free air protection afforded to restaurant employees and patrons. From 1994 to 2003, I led an intensive MoGASP effort to get Lambert Airport to go smoke-free. This included a formal ADA complaint, airport petition gathering, TV interviews, a meeting with then Airport Director Colonel Leonard Griggs, and nicotine monitor measurements at Lambert, Seattle, Tacoma airports. This last led to a peer-reviewed scientific paper published in the International Journal Tobacco Control titled "Airport Smoking Rooms Don't Work." Then the Complete Streets issue came up in late 2013 when Councilman Stenger gave me and others some time after the council meeting, which I appreciated. But I was very disappointed when you voted for the bill on January the 21st, and unlike all of your colleagues who gave lengthy explanations preceding their votes, you simply said aye, which sounded like a cop-out. Regarding the campaign, I have to compliment you, Councilman Stenger. Forgive me, Mr. Dooley. Playing an active role in the TV spots is effective. Some have focused on questionable decisions by the Dooley administration, of which every county executive is guilty at times. And you have gotten endorsements from individuals I respect and admire. Mr. Dooley, I hope you prevail on August the 8th. And if you do, please take a hard look at your administration and reform it where necessary. Councilman Stenger, if you're successful, I hope you'll have some humility and be willing to listen to constructive criticism. Finally, I'm glad it's up to you. It's you up there and not me. Thank you. Thanks very much.
Jan Palizzi.
Good evening. Thank you for the opportunity to speak to the St. Louis County Council tonight. I'm here to represent CLAW, Clean Air, Land, and Water. My name is Jan Palizzi. I'm a registered nurse and former vice chair of the Missouri House of Representatives Public Health and Safety Committee. According to the World Health Association, public health refers to all organized measures, both public and private, to prevent disease, promote health, and prolong life among the population as a whole. As elected representatives of the public, I call upon you to demand Ameren to take additional steps to protect our community. Ameren has already admitted the coal ash plant on the Merrimack River is outdated, inefficient, and plans to close the plant by 2022, which is 8 long years for the public health hazard of coal dust that increases the incidence of respiratory diseases such as asthma, bronchitis, and pneumonia. A delay of 8 years is a disregard for public health and safety. I urge you and all public officials to work for the continued reduction of hazardous coal emissions and increased efforts to clean up our communities. And I strongly urge you to pass a resolution for earlier retirement of the plant and safe, clean air. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Tom Deal.
Good evening. 9 years ago, Ameren, Illinois shut its coal-fired plant in Venice, Illinois. They left behind toxic leaking coal ash ponds, and they still have not mitigated the problem. During the past 2 weeks, I've talked individually with more than 100 Oakville residents. They all have the same question. Which of you will make sure that Ameren shuts down the Merrimack plant with complete transparency in a way that doesn't leave behind a hazardous waste site for the taxpayers to clean up, like National Lead or Carter Carburetor? We're tired of footing the bill when corporations continue to use us as a dumping ground. The people of Oakville have borne the burden of Ameren's hazardous emissions and coal ash spills for more than 60 years. We should not bear the cost of maintaining a polluted waste site in our community that will harm property values. This council and the county executive have a duty to protect all residents, not just the so-called corporate citizens. Before next week's election, we want to know where you stand. Thank you.
Thank you. That will conclude the public forum. We'll move to introduction of bills.
Bill number 171, introduced by Councilmember Quinn, an ordinance authorizing the county executive to accept a grant of up to $1,350,000 from the Missouri Department of Transportation, appropriating same for support of construction and construction management services for the taxiway Charlie project at Spirit of St. Louis Airport, and authorizing the county executive to execute necessary documents. Bill number 172, introduced by Councilmember Quinn, an ordinance authorizing the county executive to execute a contract with J-Aviation Incorporated for professional services in connection with replacement of the north airfield signage at Spirit of St. Louis Airport. Bill number 173, introduced by Councilmember Quinn for Councilmember Wassinger, an ordinance authorizing the county executive to execute a contract with the Village of Westwood for prosecution of housing and property code violations in St. Louis County Municipal Court. Bill number 174, introduced by Councilmember Quinn for Councilmember Wassinger, an ordinance declaring the public necessity of and providing for the establishment of a public road designated as Conway Road, lying partially within the city of Chesterfield and partially within the city of Town and Country, directing the acquisition of real property therefore, and authorizing the county executive to execute contracts, agreements, and related documents. AR-1277. Bill number 175, introduced by Councilmember Erby, an ordinance authorizing the county executive to execute a contract and up to 4 renewals with Brown Smith Wallace LLC for insurance consulting services. Bill number 176, introduced by Councilmember Quinn, an ordinance authorizing the county executive to execute a lease with Clarkson Wilson Investors LLC for space at 7082 Clarkson Wilson Center for use as a West County Government Center. Bill number 177, introduced by Councilmember Erby, an ordinance authorizing the county executive to execute a contract with 3605 Partnership LLC for the lease of police office space at 4477 Woodson Road. Madam Chair, that is all the bills.
Perfection of bills.
Bill number 8, introduced by Councilmember O'Meara.
Hold, please.
Bill number 69, introduced by Councilmember Erby.
Hold, and that will be the order.
Bill number 118, introduced by Councilmember Erby.
Hold bill number 118.
Bill number 123, introduced by Councilmember Erby.
Hold on bill number 123.
Bill number 163, introduced by Councilmember Erby.
I move for perfection of bill number 163.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Bill number 163 is perfected.
Bill number 164, introduced by Councilmember Erby.
I move for perfection of bill number 164.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Bill number 164 is perfected.
Bill number 165, introduced by Councilmember Erby.
I move for perfection of bill number 165.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Bill number 165 is perfected.
Bill number 166, introduced by Councilmember Erby.
I move for perfection of Bill number 166.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Bill number 166 is perfected.
Bill number 167, introduced by Councilmember Erby.
I move for perfection of Bill number 167.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Bill number 167 is perfected.
Bill number 168, introduced by Councilmember Wassinger.
Hold, please.
Bill number 168 is held.
Bill number 169, introduced by Councilmember Dolan.
I move to perfect Bill number 169.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Bill number 169 is perfected.
Bill number 170, introduced by Councilmember Stanger.
I move for perfection of Bill number 170.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Bill number 170 is perfected. Final passage of bills.
Bill number 330, introduced by Councilmember Burkett.
Hold on Bill number 330.
Bill number 106, introduced by Councilmember O'Meara.
I move to drop bill number 106 at the request of the petitioner.
Bill number 106 is dropped.
Bill number 150, introduced by Councilmember Erby.
I move for final passage of bill number 150.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Erby.
Aye.
Councilmember Wassinger. Councilmember O'Meara.
Aye.
Councilmember Dolan.
Aye.
Councilmember Stanger.
Aye.
Councilmember Quinn.
Aye.
Madam Chair, on Bill number 150, there are 5 ayes and 1 absent.
Bill number 150 is finally passed.
Bill number 151, introduced by Councilmember Erby.
I move for final passage of bill number 151.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Erby.
Aye.
Councilmember Wassinger. Councilmember O'Meara.
Aye.
Councilmember Dolan.
Aye.
Councilmember Stanger.
Aye.
Councilmember Quinn.
Aye.
Madam Chair, on Bill number 151, there are 5 ayes and 1 absent.
Bill number 151 is finally passed.
Bill number 152, introduced by Councilmember Erby.
I move for final passage of bill number 152.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Erby.
Aye.
Councilmember Wassinger. Councilmember O'Meara.
Aye.
Councilmember Dolan.
Aye.
Councilmember Stanger.
Aye.
Councilmember Quinn.
Aye.
Madam Chair, on Bill number 152, there are 5 ayes and 1 absent.
Bill number 152 is finally passed.
Bill number 153, introduced by Councilmember Erby.
I move for final passage of bill number 153.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Erby.
Aye.
Councilmember Wassinger. Councilmember O'Meara.
Aye.
Councilmember Dolan.
Aye.
Councilmember Stanger.
Aye.
Councilmember Quinn.
Aye.
Madam Chair, on Bill number 153, there are 5 ayes and 1 absent.
Bill number 153 is finally passed.
Bill number 154, introduced by Councilmember Erby.
I move for final passage of bill number 154.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Erby.
Aye.
Councilmember Wassinger. Councilmember O'Meara.
Aye.
Councilmember Dolan.
Aye.
Councilmember Stanger.
Aye.
Councilmember Quinn.
Aye.
Madam Chair, on Bill number 154, there are 5 ayes and 1 absent.
Bill number 154 is finally passed.
Bill number 155, introduced by Councilmember Erby.
I move for final passage of bill number 155.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Erby.
Aye.
Councilmember Wassinger. Councilmember O'Meara.
Aye.
Councilmember Dolan.
Aye.
Councilmember Stanger.
Aye.
Councilmember Quinn.
Aye.
Madam Chair, on Bill number 155, there are 5 ayes and 1 absent.
Bill number 155 is finally passed.
Bill number 156, introduced by Councilmember Erby.
I move for final passage of bill number 156.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Erby.
Aye.
Councilmember Wassinger. Councilmember O'Meara.
Aye.
Councilmember Dolan.
Aye.
Councilmember Stanger.
Aye.
Councilmember Quinn.
Aye.
Madam Chair, on Bill number 156, there are 5 ayes and 1 absent.
Bill number 156 is finally passed.
Bill number 157, introduced by Councilmember Stanger.
I move for final passage of Bill number 157.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Erby.
Aye.
Councilmember Wassinger. Councilmember O'Meara.
Aye.
Councilmember Dolan.
Aye.
Councilmember Stanger.
Aye.
Councilmember Quinn.
Aye.
Madam Chair, on Bill number 157, there are 5 ayes and 1 absent.
Bill number 157 is finally passed.
Bill number 158, introduced by Councilmember Erby.
I move for final passage of bill number 158.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Erby.
Aye.
Councilmember Wassinger. Councilmember O'Meara.
Aye.
Councilmember Dolan.
Aye.
Councilmember Stanger.
Aye.
Councilmember Quinn.
Aye.
Madam Chair, on Bill number 158, there are 5 ayes and 1 absent.
Bill number 158 is finally passed.
Bill number 159, introduced by Councilmember Erby.
I move for final passage of bill number 159.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Erby.
Aye.
Councilmember Wassinger. Councilmember O'Meara.
Aye.
Councilmember Dolan.
Aye.
Councilmember Stanger.
Aye.
Councilmember Quinn.
Aye.
Madam Chair, on Bill number 159, there are 5 ayes and 1 absent.
Bill number 159 is finally passed.
Bill number 160, introduced by Councilmember Wassinger.
Please hold.
Bill number 160 is held.
Bill number 161, introduced by Councilmember Erby.
I move for final passage of Bill number 161.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Erby?
Aye.
Councilmember Wassinger? Councilmember O'Meara?
Aye.
Councilmember Dolan?
Aye.
Councilmember Stanger?
Aye.
Councilmember Quinn.
Aye.
Madam Chair, on Bill number 161, there are 5 ayes and 1 absent.
Bill number 161 is finally passed.
Bill number 162, introduced by Councilmember Erby.
I move for final passage of Bill number 162.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Erby?
Aye.
Councilmember Wassinger? Councilmember O'Meara?
Aye.
Councilmember Dolan?
Aye.
Councilmember Stanger?
Aye.
Councilmember Quinn.
Aye.
Madam Chair, on Bill number 162, there are 5 ayes and 1 absent.
Bill number 162 is finally passed.
Moving on to resolutions, Madam Chair, we have one this evening.
Please read the first whereas.
Yes, sir. Resolution number 1, introduced by Councilmember O'Meara, resolution, whereas August 2nd, 2014 will be a day of celebration for the friends and family of Francis Elmer Newton, who will be 100 years old on that special day.
I move for adoption of resolution number 1.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Erby?
Aye.
Councilmember Wassinger? Councilmember O'Meara?
Aye.
Councilmember Dolan?
Aye.
Councilmember Stanger?
Aye.
Councilmember Quinn.
Aye.
Madam Chair, on resolution number 1, there are 5 ayes and 1 absent.
Resolution number 1 is adopted.
Moving on to unfinished business, Madam Chair, item number 1.
Hold on the order of business.
Item number 2.
Hold on the order of business.
Item number 3, 6th District.
Hold on the order of business.
So ordered.
Item number 4, 6th District.
Hold on the order of business.
So ordered.
Item number 5.
The appointment of Jason Summers to the Board of Plumbing Examiners be approved as requested.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Item number 6, 4th District.
Hold on the order of business.
So ordered.
Item number 7, 4th District.
License be approved as requested.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
And Madam Chair, moving on to new business, we have 4 prepared orders this evening.
Move for order number 1, which is stating that next week there will not be a Tuesday night council meeting. The meeting will be at 6 p.m. on Wednesday evening, which would be the August 6th.
Second.
My time, okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
A reminder, obviously, that's because of Election Day, so please remember to vote. And, could you read order number 2, or the first half of it anyway? Please.
In the matter of donation of an LED illuminated sign for the Animal Care and Control Division, now on this 29th day of July 2014, the County Council of St. Louis County, Missouri does find as follows, whereas Brooke Dubman, Carroll House Furniture, has donated a red LED illuminated sign to St. Louis County for use by the Department of Health, Animal Care and Control Division, and whereas the county executive has accepted this donation subject to approval by the County Council.
Move for adoption of order number 2.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
And I move for adoption of orders 3 and 4, which is clerical orders.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Madam Chair, I have one other item of new business. I'd like to file some documents in the record. I'd ask that these be received and filed. They're documents that relate to a lawsuit, federal lawsuit that was brought by our park rangers against the county pertaining to overtime pay. I'd like to have these received and filed and copied and distributed to the other council members.
Is that necessary, Deb?
Well, you have to, I guess you want to go back to the, revert to the receipt of documents, to the communications.
Sure. Whatever's necessary to do it, that'd be great.
You don't need to, okay. All right.
We'll put them here. Make copies, thank you.
Move we adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Meeting is adjourned.